Talk to me right now at this point in your career. You've already accomplished a decent amount for it at Madison Square Garden, but what are your primary motivations as a fighter at this point?
Primary, I would say, is you know, throughout so much adversity, just continuing to train hard to be the best female fighter that I can be. I want to be one of the faces of women's boxing. I want to be a super middleweight undisputed world champion, and I want to be pound for pound one of the best female fighters that you've ever seen. So that's a dream of mine, and that's more motivation in itself than need be, because in order to do that, you have to practice and train consistently every day, even when you don't feel like it.
I met her back when she was a teenager, you know what I mean, coming into the sport. I had a gym in Paterson, New Jersey, Ike's and Randy's gym, you know what I mean. Had a lot of killers there, you know what I mean. And Barry Porter brung her down there, like, yo, T, she tough. And I'm like, yeah, all right, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean? So I put her in the ring with one of my amateurs, and she did really well, and I was like, oh shit, she's pretty tough. I was like, okay. But at the time, she's pretty heavy though, you know what I mean? I think she was playing ball or whatever. But I was like, yo, she had talent. At the time, I was working with Kendall Holt, you know what I mean? Me climbing up, and my other guy. And then I started seeing her in the amateur tournaments coming up. She just started doing well. And maybe like 5 years ago, Barry called me and like, yo, I want you to start working with Shadasia. You know, I was like, all right, no problem. And at the time, I had left Ike's gym and I had moved on to another gym, and she followed me, and she just coming back from the Nationals, winning the Golden Glove Nationals. So we started working, and I told her, if you're ever gonna think you're gonna be a killer and make it in this game, we're gonna have to drop this weight, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, there's really not happening. Not saying that you can't do well at heavyweight, but it's not a lot of heavyweight females. So
right, tough to find a
yeah. So she was like, yo, whatever, coach. Yo, I'm down for whatever. I'm like, all right. We was in Passaic, Jersey Boy boxing gym in Passaic, and from there, man, we just started really putting in a lot of hard work, man. Putting in hard work. Bringing the weight down. It wasn't comfortable for her, but it's a transition that she had to make, and she put it through. It was nobody looking really to sign Shadasia, you know what I mean? For what apparent reason, I don't know why, but I told her, I said, look, don't worry about getting signed. We're just gonna keep beating these motherfuckers up that they put in front of you. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yo, she could punch, man. Yeah. I always tell her, man, like, one of the hardest hitting female fighters I've seen, like, Ann Wolf. And I'm like, yo, man, you could punch like her, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, and Wolf is a puncher, like, yo, Lucille right there, like, you know what I mean? Amanda Serrano, these girls not a sin. I'm like, yo, you can crack, man. You know what I mean? You got that.
Shadasia is kind of like the modern day Ann Wolf?
Yes. Sometimes I read some of the comments and I like when they say, like, you know, if they mention her name in Ann Wolf, I know, you know what I mean, she's coming up as a young Ann Wolf. Double hook up top. Again, bring back that switch. You keep it up to that posture.
We know that you're the mandatory to Franchon Cruz and Zern. That fight's not officially signed yet, but do you think that's coming next? And if it's not, what's it going to take to get, you know, these other top women to get in the ring with you and stand toe to toe?
I want that next. Normally I wouldn't say that. I'd say, like, you know, let her do this, and then, you know, we're definitely gonna meet this year. But I want that next, you know. Because there's been a lot of talk, and my way of responding to the talk is just with my hands, you know, getting in the ring and fighting toe to toe. So I'm not one to do a lot of interviews and trying to sell it, because my skill set sells it already, you know, even though I'm not known, right? But there's a lot of people that want that fight.
Right.
So and I think that after I, you know, am crowned undisputed 168 super middleweight world champion, and I have something to offer the other champions, like the belts, and possibly, you know, being a part of one of the biggest female fights, you know, to go down in history, along with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor and Marshall and Shields and Michaela and Bumgarner. I could add to those list of things of me being on one side and whoever it is, if it's Shields on the next side, I think it could do great numbers, and it'll be a great show. And I think that's what these champions want too. They don't want to. Some of them want to fight the best, but you got to bring something to the table. And I highlight some of them, you know, want to fight the best. Like, you know, okay, who is it? And you got to have the proper dance partner. And after winning those titles, if they don't suit me as, hey, look, this Shadasia Green is the real deal, she's super middleweight undisputed, let's get this happen, and I don't know what else it's gonna take. I mean, what are we doing it for? This what boxing is, right?
Do you think she's interested?
Do I think Franchon Cruz is interested in fighting me? No, not right now. You know what's crazy is I went to the MVP headquarters. I did my photo shoot with the boss, you know, Jake Paul, Amanda Serrano, my mentor. And people don't know that they see how her error, like how her aura, how she acts, right? Mm-hmm. And they were talking, and I just let it. And this happened like years ago, like 5-6 years ago. I showed them a video of me sparring her. Only had 5 fights. And I literally dropped her with a body shot. And once I showed them the video, they went crazy on me. Like, oh my, everybody is under the assumption that Franchon doesn't know me, and that I'm just popping up on the scene, that we have no history. Even the same thing with Shields. I'm just popping up on the scene. We have no histories. And it's like they get so, like, they're flabbergasted when I show them the video.
They all know her really well. They've been in the ring with her. You know what I mean? I read an interview with Clarissa Shields, and I was really impressed with what she said. She was like, I know Shadasia real well. I sparred her a lot. She was a lot heavier back then, but she was good. She talented. She could fight. You know what I mean? She could fight. You know what I mean? And that was good to say. Like, you know what I mean? She was really giving Shadasia props on the stage that she didn't have to, but she did.
moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. I appreciate the support. What you have in me is I'm going to be the same person that I always am, a graceful, humble, but vicious champion. When I get that opportunity to really become a world champion, I'll do that, with grace, style, and respect, and I won't change. A lot of people change, when they get to that level, but I'm going to be the same person that I am. I'm going to go to the gym and work hard every single day. I'm going to represent my community, still reach to my community, and just keep supporting me. I appreciate it. I do this for y'all and my family and myself.